Students, in continuation of previous class of radioactivity, let us now understand the radioactive decay law. As we saw in the last class that rate of decay of radioactive atoms and so nuclei at any instant is directly proportional to the number of radioactive nuclei actually present at that instant. It means if number of nuclei present in a sample of element is greater initially, then decay of element is faster and vice versa. When we talk about unstability of atom, it means the nucleus is in unstable state, and emitting out radioactive rays, it achieves stability. To derive a formula for the process of radioactive decay, let us consider N0 be the number of nuclei present originally in a sample at time t is equal to 0. N be the total number of nuclei left undecayed in the sample at time t. Dn be a small number of nuclei that disintegrate in a small time interval dt. Therefore, rate of disintegration of element R is equal to minus dn by dt. Equation 1. Here negative sign indicates that the number of nuclei left undecayed decreases with time. According to radioactive decay law, the rate of decay is proportional to n, or minus dn by dt is equal to lambda n, equation 2, where constant of proportionality lambda is called decay constant or disintegration constant. After rearranging the terms, dn by n is equal to minus lambda dt. Integrating both sides, integral dn by n is equal to minus lambda integral dt. It comes out as log n by n naught is equal to minus lambda t, so that n by n naught is equal to e to the power minus lambda t, or n is equal to n naught e to the power minus lambda t. Equation 3. This is the expression of decay law. The rate of decay, that is number of nuclei disintegrating per unit time, R, is since equal to dn by dt. So differentiating n, we get R is equal to lambda n naught e to the power minus lambda t, or R is equal to R naught e to the power minus lambda t. This is another form of decay law, where R naught is equal to lambda n naught is the decay rate at the time t is equal to 0. And from equations 1 and 2, R is equal to lambda n. Instead of measuring the number of undecayed nuclei, it is more convenient to measure the rate of decay, which is called activity. The unit of activity of decay rate is becquerel, and 1 becquerel is equal to 1 decay per second. Another unit for activity is Curie. 1 Curie is equal to 3.7 into 10 to the power 10 decays per second, which is equal to 3.7 into 10 to the power 10 becquerel. Now review the expression of decay law. N is equal to n0 e to the power minus lambda t, which indicates that the radioactive decay is exponential as shown in the graph. As the number of nuclei reduces, rate of decay also slows down with time. Let us now consider the disintegration constant lambda. We have seen dn by n is equal to minus lambda dt. If dt is equal to 1 second, then dn by n is equal to minus lambda. and lambda may be defined as the relative number of nuclei decaying per second. Substituting t is equal to 1 by lambda in the obtained expression n is equal to n0 e to the power minus lambda t, we get n is equal to n0 e to the power minus 1, which is then equal to n0 by e. So, n by n0 is equal to 1 by e. Thus, disintegration constant of a radioactive element is the reciprocal of time, at the end of which number of nuclei left undecayed reduces to 1 by e times the original number of nuclei n0 in the sample. Using the same expression, we can find the half-life of a radioactive element. The time during which half of the number of nuclei present initially in the sample of element decay, or the time during which number of nuclei left undecayed is half of the total number of nuclei present initially in the sample, is known as half-life of the radioactive element. It is represented by capital T. When time is equal to capital T, n is equal to n0 by 2, which is half of the original number of nuclei. Then n0 by 2 is equal to n0 e to the power minus lambda t, or e to the power minus lambda t is equal to half. Taking log of both sides, lambda t log e is equal to log 2, and that comes out equal to 0.6931. Therefore, t is equal to 0.6931 divided by lambda, which is the half-life of a radioactive element. The half-life of radioactive elements vary over a wide range. For polonium, half-life is only 3 into 10 to the power minus 7 second, and for lead, half-life is equal to 1.4 into 10 to the power 7 years. We know that the radiations emitted by radioactive elements are harmful, but these are useful in various walks of society like medicine, industry, agriculture, archaeology, geology, mining, scientific research, space exploration, etc. For treatment of cancer and other diseases, for sterilizing medical instruments and food, for carbon dating, a technique of establishing the age of objects of biological origin, even for generation of electricity, for monitoring the steps of various processes in industry, for improving the quality of crops in agriculture, various radiations are used. Even in our daily life, for smoke alarms and in television sets, radiations are used. So, we are benefited greatly with the radiations. You can try to find some more uses till I come up with decay processes of alpha, beta and gamma rays in the next class. Good luck.